All right, what's up, guys? It's Monday afternoon in downtown Las Vegas. It's hot and muggy. Feels like Florida outside today. I just came back inside from selling a bike, actually. So, shout out to you if you're here. Um, Welcome if you're live. Cav, what's up, homie? Good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. I just sold a bike that I should have sold yesterday, but you know, better late than never. Hey, Carrie's here. What's going on, buddy? Great to see you guys, and thanks for being here. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you, Kev. Appreciate you, buddy. So, yeah, I have to just kind of sit here and wait for a couple hours for something, but yeah, it's only going to be like 97 today. But it's humid though, so it's a really terrible 97. Um, but it's pretty soon it's going to be like 110 or more, and I'm really not looking forward to that. Weekend was hot. Friday and Saturday, I went out Friday night. When I left here, this apartment at like 7:40 on Friday night as the sun was setting, and it was still 103 degrees outside as the sun was going down. And even when I got home at 3:30 in the morning, it was still like 87. So it's going to be, we got a lot of the hot stuff ahead of us. Uh-oh. Am I getting notified again? Let me see what the notification is. I need to get notified about large sums of money coming into my accounts, or like any sums of money coming into my accounts, and not like things going out. I need to make more money and spend less money. I guess everybody kind of does lately, huh? But I don't know. I'm happy I sold a bike today. It was the bike that I enjoyed riding the most, though, which makes me kind of sad. So I'm going to have to replace it with something like this right away. I got to get a big BMX bike. It's my destiny. And I'm not trying to keep harping on the cancer thing, but I could drop dead tomorrow, or I could live another 10 years. But, the clock is ticking, and I am evidently not done riding BMX bikes yet, or not done with the urge to ride BMX bikes yet. Hey, Paula. So somehow or another, I need to get one of these. This one is $299, and it's an aluminum frame 29er with decent components on it. Let's see, we got another notification. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Kevin, you didn't have to do that. Thanks, Kev. Kev hit me with $10 in PayPal, guys. That really helps a lot. I really, really appreciate that, my brother. So thank you very much, Kevin. But thanks to all you guys just for being here, taking the time out of your day to come and hang out and stare at laser patterns for a little while. Yeah, I'll try. You too, I guess. I guess you guys on the east side are getting some, or there's going to be some hot weather for you. I know it's been off and on already, but yeah, it's going to be a long, hot summer. But that's good advice, Kevin. We should all stay hydrated. I'm going to try. I've been drinking a lot more water lately, and I've been sweating a lot more too. You know, I'm pedaling this year instead of getting around on electric scooters and bikes. Um, so I'm sweating more, but I have been drinking tons of water, and I do feel like a little bit better, all things considered. Irving's here. What's going on, buddy? Oh, wow. Hot, no jackets. Yeah, it's hot for over there, I guess. JPL rides is here. That's Ed. Ed, we might have to schedule you. I'll have my secretary pencil you in. Let her know a time that's good for you, and we can do a therapy session on that. I am actually a PhD in psychology, so if you want to pay me $150 and sit down with me for an hour, I'd be happy to go over that with you. What's up, Matt? Good to see you. Everybody who's here, thanks for being here. Thanks for taking the time. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's 95 outside. That's about what it felt like here um, when I was out just a few minutes ago. But it's like humid today. There's a lot of moisture. It was raining this morning. I was going to go out early this morning and take one last bike ride on my free agent, but it was raining. And I had no idea that there was any in the forecast. Like overnight, I think there might be some tomorrow, but I don't know. Yeah, had to spend a little time with you guys while I'm waiting for stuff. I hope you don't mind. I sold a bike and I got to wait for the mail to come. Um, I'm trying to switcheroo and pull some strings and do whatever I can to replace my daily rider bike with that. As it turns out, I'm still really good at BMX riding for a 48-year-old guy with cancer. And I figure I better keep thrashing BMX bikes around the urban sprawl until I die, pretty much at this point. So, as much as I love, slow average bikes like this, um, there's just something about riding a BMX, man. Yeah, hot weather, hot weather is inbound, that's for sure, Matt. It's like come this weekend here by like Saturday and Sunday, it might not get below 100 degrees again for a daytime high for like 3 months. And it makes me sick to say that out loud, but it is what it is. That's the downside to living in Vegas is being here in the summertime. A 79 in LA, that sounds fantastic. I really miss LA weather. I don't miss the cost of living in Los Angeles or surrounding areas by any means, but I do really miss the weather. It can be so good. I remember when I used to go visit my brother a lot still. I'd go to LA for a couple of days or something and go do a DJ set or something and uh just just enjoy the beautiful mild weather and then come back here and it's like 111 or something and like, oh god. Is that Irving's new name? Kev, Mountain Jack. Chet's here. What's going on, Chet? Good to see you, buddy. Ted's here. What's going on, buddy? Felix is here. What's going on, buddy? Live in the now. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Tomorrow's not a guarantee anymore, especially for me. It might be. I'm probably going to live for a while. I should quit talking like I'm going to die tomorrow. I might, but I also might not. But in that amount of time, I need to spend, like, people are giving me a hard time all the time. Why aren't you focused on the future? Why aren't you, working on getting a job, doing this, doing that? It's like, I'm dying. These are my golden years right now. I got to go out there and live it up while there's still time. So yeah, I'm trying to live in the now as much as is possible. Welcome to June 2025. It is June. Yeah. I hate June in Las Vegas. I don't mind June in other places, but June in Las Vegas is usually very hot and dry. Except today it's like super humid and was raining earlier. Oh shoot, Amy's bike arrived today. Does that mean we might see you at the ride on Wednesday? Amy, that would be so exciting and wonderful. I don't know. Felix, are there not Walmarts in Iraq? I guess they're all targets. I should have figured. Should have maybe waited for the punchline, I guess. Yeah. Thank you, Carrie, for moderating extra hard and posting the link to the projector light, which we've had tons of use out of. It's daytime and it's running off of battery power right now. Let's see here. Well, glad you're here with us, Amy. And I'm glad your bike arrived, and I hope you can join us on Wednesday. This Wednesday should be like the last not terribly hot Wednesday bike ride for like 3 months. So I hope you can make it out there. Oh, shoot. Irving's been stockpiling his green beans just in case there's a shortage. That's probably the smart thing to do. Yeah. That's pretty much it. JPL Rides is, I got to wait until I can get some of my tax money back to go to truck driving school and pay my bills in the meantime. And then, we'll be out doing responsible things. But in the meantime, I want to be screwing around on one of these. And I don't think that that's unreasonable. Banana pudding would be nice today, I think, actually, Ted. I'd eat some. But good to see everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for taking some time out of your day to come and stare at laser patterns with me while I wait for the mail to come. I'm expecting something that could really kind of help me out here. I'm almost able to make it, like, with what I've got and what's coming. and everything. I'm like almost going to be able to make it off of selling bikes, waiting for YouTube checks, and you know, things of that nature as we wait for truck driving school. I got to buy a few more bikes. I got to get like a pallet of stuff from the warehouse across town and sell all that on eBay and stuff. So I guess that's kind of the plan in the meantime, but I also have to work in one of those at some point. I got to get a 29er in a hurry because I'm not getting any younger. Hey, John's here. What's going on, buddy? Good afternoon to you as well. That sounds fantastic, Amy. And if you want to send me an email or something, um, I'll give you my number or whatever if you want to coordinate, meet up or anything ahead of time. Ooh, 88 in Summerlin. Is it humid over there still? It feels really sticky downtown still. Hey, E-Rides. What's going on, buddy? In this case, Felix, it'd be mailbox credit. um, but in a sense, I guess that's still money. I just need a little extra money and I'll be able to stand on my own. Honestly, I just need to buy a few more bikes and a pallet of stuff from the warehouse across town and I'll be rolling. I'll be able to stay above water until I get through truck driving school. So fingers crossed. I don't know what the limit is on that card yet either. Because my credit sucks, it's probably going to be like $200, and there's a $75 annual fee, so that'll leave me like $125. But I could still buy a couple of bikes with that. I don't know, but if we're lucky, it'd be like a $10,000 limit. It's been a while since I've had a card with that kind of limit. Humid, yeah. Yeah, even a little humid feels like a lot to us, though, John and Amy and anyone else who lives in the Las Vegas Valley. Because, an average kind of humid day in Las Vegas is like 19% humidity. It got up to 19% humidity today. It was sweltering. But this morning when I got up and it was raining and the sun was coming up, the humidity downtown was like 85%, and it's like the air was just thick and heavy. Yeah, I know Tennessee gets pretty humid. uh, that's a funny joke, Felix. So yeah, I got almost enough money to pay another week's rent, and I still have a couple of things for sale, one bike and a bunch of bike parts. And I don't know. Now would be a wonderful time to get a visit from the 29-inch BMX bike ferry. If the 29-inch BMX bike ferry is listening, now's good. But we might have to flip a few things, but I really need a 29-inch BMX bike in a hurry. And I kind of want to get a cheap one like this so that I'm not worried about just thrashing it and leaving it chained up outside of Smith's grocery store and, you know, things like that. So, yeah. I'll be less broke myself. Hope it gets better for you, Felix. I'll be less broke myself if I just have a little more money to spend on things to sell. I'll be fine. I'm killing it. I'm, you know, like considering what I have available right now. If I had another couple $100 that I could throw at it right now, I could probably not worry about money anymore. But like trying to squeeze an extra couple $100 out right now is like trying to squeeze an extra $1,000,000 out. Yeah, capital, that's it. Just a little bit of working capital and I'm good again cuz I made profit on that bike that I sold today. I make profit every time I sell a bike or bike parts. With the exception of one time I didn't make money and one time I broke even. But the other 50 some odd times I've come out, you know, ahead. So, even though it's hot, today was a miserable day, but the guy's like, yeah, within like 10 minutes of getting messaged from the guy the first time, he asked me for my phone number too, and I almost told him you know, F off. But like he opened with that, send me your number. I was like, you know, no, dude, like no offense, but I don't know you. But if you want the bike, I'll let you have it for 200. And then he's like, let me know your address. Like, you know, I said, when do you want to come and get it? And he's like, send me your address. I can come right now if you're available. I was like, yeah. So within like 10 minutes of him sending me the first message, he said he wants to come see the bike. And within like 10 minutes after that, he was here with the cash. And he's a super nice guy too. Uh, Life of Pi, what's going on? Thank you. Hope you're doing well too. I'm doing okay. I sold a bike today. I'm waiting on mail. Um, Trying to keep plugging along here. The employment fairy. Yeah, I'm without leg medicine myself. I could really use some. I hope the employment fairy blesses you with employment, JP, so you can acquire some necessary leg medicine. It depends on the bicycles, Ted. Like, if I get good bikes, really good or interesting bikes, they always sell. And then, like, really basic ones from a name that everybody trusts, like Schwinn. Every Schwinn bike that I've had, like 20 of them now, just gone faster than anything else, really. People see the name Schwinn, and even though most of them are kind of pieces of crap these days, if we're being honest, um, they see the Schwinn name on it and they're like, okay, I'll buy it. So I pretty much buy everything that I can find that says Schwinn on it that's a halfway decent deal. But then other bikes too, like that 24-inch free agent BMX bike that I just sold today. 100 people messaged me about that bike. Seriously. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that, Paula. I'm getting signal, you know, I'm in the same spot that I was when it cut out that time. I don't know what it is. I think it might still be a problem with YouTube. They actually admitted that there was a problem on their end. And that might be why we've had some trouble with streams lately. Oh, I know. I've been hearing that from everybody, Life of Pi. The gig work in Vegas, especially, is in shambles right now. Um, It's just like if you need to go out and make $8, it could take you like 3 hours. Seriously, around here right now. So I feel for you, Life of Pi. Um, it's uh, it's tough to get by on gig work right now, and I know a lot of people are struggling with it. I know a lot of people that still do gig work to some extent, and nobody has had anything good to say about it lately, and that's really sad. I mean, it used to be so lucrative and just guaranteed easy money, and now you got to really, really hustle, and you can still come out, a lot worse off than you thought. Yeah, I'm thinking about it too, Life of Pi. I'm thinking about becoming a truck driver, going to John Beckman's truck driving school, and I'm actually waiting for grant money. Actually, um, just because it's just so much easier to get a paycheck now than it is to rely on gig work. I mean, you could go belly up right now doing gig work, and I hope nobody does. Um, but I know a lot of gig work people are having to go back to W-2 work, regular jobs, weekly, schedule. That's absolutely right, JPL Rides. I used to use just DoorDash and could go out and make, a couple $100 in a day, at a leisurely pace. And now there's just no chance of that here. Even if I had a car and ran 3 or 4 apps at a time, I don't think I could make $200 a day with delivery gig work anymore. I did that for a couple of weeks, JPL Rides. I hurt my back and had to quit my illustrious job at White Castle. But they'll pay you 16.25 an hour or whatever, and which is way more than anybody's getting off of DoorDash or Uber Eats around here lately. I mean, I see in my feed that there's still a couple of Las Vegas delivery YouTubers that want to lie about how much they make, but we know that they're lying. But yeah, you can seriously make more money working in a fast food restaurant around here than you can doing DoorDash and Uber Eats. Wow, that's crazy, Life of Pi. And you got your expenses involved too. You got to put gas in the car, you got to get tires and brakes and oil changes and everything else, and it all costs money. That's one thing that a lot of like DoorDashers and Uber Eats and gig work people in general around here never seem to consider is that one day your new car is not going to be a new car anymore. You're going to have to get tires and brakes and shocks and a battery and all these other things, and then all that stuff costs money. So that's good that you're getting something on the weekends anyway. Yeah, Matt, definitely. Things are really slowing down in Las Vegas in general. We're going to make some videos about that actually. It needs to be discussed. A lot of people are just trying to smooth it over like it's not that bad and we're going to bounce back. And we're going to bounce back and all that stuff, but really Vegas is dying right now as hard as it was during the 2008 crash. and it's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. And a lot of places are already feeling it. The Fontainebleau, one of the newest hotels in Las Vegas, is already laying people off. They're losing $130 million a year or something like that. Just keeping the doors open. And it's going to get really, really bad around here. Anybody that's still doing gig work in Las Vegas, for God's sake, get out there and do something else or you're going to drown. Yeah, it's hit or miss. I mean, sometimes around here, certain nights of the week, you'll still see people here. There'll still be busy restaurants, but other times you go out and like you have the whole place to yourself and there's barely anybody around, and it's getting really bad around here. Yeah, life of par, that's always been the problem around here. Yeah, especially in summertime. Yeah, we get the flood of teachers doing gig work around here too, and that really hurts. Um, but also just the too many people out there doing it. Nobody wants to tip anymore. Everybody's looking for the cheapest way to get food brought to them, and that sucks for us, the gig workers. I don't do it anymore, not for a little while now. Like I had to close my accounts so that I can get some grant money and assistance and go to school. Um, but yeah, too many people. Yeah, no, I know. JPL rides. That's the problem though with the people that work in schools. When summertime comes, of course, you and everybody else are looking for extra work usually, and that's kind of hitting around here right now too. School's out, everybody's trying to make money somehow, and it's all spread too thin. But DoorDash used to be pretty good. Yeah, of course. You got to pay your bills. I can't be mad at anybody for having to, stay fed and keep a roof over their head. I'm in the same boat, you know. So, I'm not, I can't come down on anybody for needing to survive because we've all got to survive, but right now it's all just spread way too thin. There are too many people that need extra money and not enough ways to get it. And it's scary. It's getting real scary around here. It's starting to look seriously as bad as it did around 2008. Vegas is going to crash hard, super hard. And it always starts in places like this and then spreads out. So we're 2 months into the second quarter of this year and we're on track to be in a recession. We're on track to have our second negative GDP quarter in a row, which means we're officially in a recession, and that's bad for Las Vegas. Real bad. That's true. You got to do what you got to do, but we shouldn't, none of us should have to spend all of our time just trying to survive. That's getting too out of hand now. Nothing is getting cheaper. Um, Nobody's getting paid more. Hell, everybody I know is getting paid less. But we've all got to survive, and it sucks. It can't go on like this for a whole lot longer. But yeah, I mean, remember the good old days? I'm old enough to remember when an entire household in America could survive off of one income. And now, mom and dad are each working two jobs and a side hustle. The kids are going to work as soon as they're able to, and everything else. And, people are still struggling. And it's like, what the hell is that? How did it turn into this? And it's still getting worse. Every day it gets a little worse. Yeah, seriously, Life of Pi. I mean, we should all be able to go out and work a reasonable amount of time and be able to afford our bills. Like, I live in a tiny studio apartment in downtown Las Vegas, and I don't own a car anymore, and I'm doing the best I can, and I'm still barely getting by. And not even sometimes. I got to get a little help now and then. Yeah, exactly. It's like they're trying to keep us so distracted that we don't remember anything about enjoying life. It's like just work until you die and forget about all the things that you love, because none of that matters because you're poor. Let the billionaires be rich and all the rest of us can just get fucked. Basically is what it comes down to. We'll carry them on our shoulders so they can live good lives and we'll just get all the shit. How about that? Because that's exactly what's happening right now. Yeah, I'd like to go to Buc-ee's too. Please do. Please do, JPL rides. Um, things are not getting any better for us. Things are not going to get any better for us anytime soon. And you only YOLO once. So get out there and YOLO. That's why I want to get one of these right away before I have to pay, 130% more for tariffs or whatever. I want to get a 29-inch BMX bike while they're still being imported to America. I know people that are doing that too, taking the $2 and $3 orders. They're ridiculous, nothing orders, but like, I understand that you got to eat and pay bills. And it's terrible that we have to do it. It's terrible that they'd even send us orders like that. A $2 order, that's insulting. But some people do take them and wouldn't survive, I guess, maybe right now if they didn't. And that's a shame. Yeah, that's cool. The trash Fuji, that's good. But that's the thing, JPL rides. Like, if you want to get any good DoorDash orders, you got to take the stupid ones too. And that's not fair. You're like, how dare you tell me I have to take a 5 mile order for $2 just so I can keep getting, just so I might get decent orders. Actually, I shouldn't say keep getting. If I kiss DoorDash's ass, I might get good orders. Emphasis on might. But is it worth the risk? Is it still worth doing? I don't know. I couldn't do it anymore. I closed my DoorDash account. I gave them the finger. Basically, I sent, like, it asked me why I was, like, it gave me a box with like 1,000 characters or something. Why are you closing your DoorDash account, and I ripped into them. I took them apart. Whoever read that, God, I hope somebody read it, is crying. I guarantee you they're crying. I took DoorDash apart, chewed them up and spit them out. That's the thing. They reset my acceptance rate to 100%, and then it went back down to 0% again, because even when I had a 100% acceptance rate that they did for me and it started over again, only some of my orders were better. Only a small portion of orders were better. And I still wouldn't have made enough money if I had maintained DoorDash Platinum status. So, yeah, I would strongly encourage everybody not to shoot for a good acceptance rate on DoorDash, because it doesn't matter anyway. You're still going to get screwed. Yeah, JP, I mean, for years, I've been a Dasher. I'd been a Dasher for 8 years. And for 6 of those years, maybe, like when I needed to make extra money, DoorDash was the go-to. And I could count on it. I wasn't going to get rich off of DoorDash ever, but I was usually going to make enough money for it to be worth being out. But the last couple of years, man, no way. It's been getting worse and worse and worse, and no end in sight. Well, thanks for being here, Felix, and all you guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for taking some time out of your day to come and hang out. Well, what I think they're really doing, Life of Pi, DoorDash, is they're just, when they do the stuff like the platinum status and you'll get better orders and stuff like that, what it is like dangling a carrot on a string in front of a horse, you know, and that horse will run until it's dead trying to get that carrot. And that's what DoorDash seems to think that it can do to us. You might try it actually. Uber Eats, like the last few times I logged into Uber Eats JPL rides, I was getting more and better offers than I did on DoorDash, but still not enough to make it worth it. Oh, okay, Amy. I'll check on that in a little while, and thank you. And you can have you can have access to the Sincloth hotline now. I gotta tell you though, JPL rides, I have had weeks like that with Uber Eats, but I've also had weeks where I still made decent money even on like an electric scooter. I don't know how it is right now. You might try it and just see. I mean, you could run Uber Eats and DoorDash and just, whenever something hits, log out of the other one or pause the other one. Huh. Well, I mean, I know DoorDash still has its moments, but around here they're always trying to send me 11 miles for like $4 if I get anything at all. So I would say around here, I still like, 9 out of the 10 orders that I would take were Uber Eats. But, I guess Uber Eats has always been maybe a little bigger in Vegas than DoorDash. Yeah, no, definitely JPL rides. That's the thing. Like, if you know where you're going and what you're doing, more or less, you really can maybe still do okay multi-apping. But it seems like a lot more work than it should be and a lot more time spent just to make, barely the kind of money that we used to get in like half the time, which is the big problem that I have with it now. And then DoorDash and Uber Eats have no regard for us whatsoever. We're so fantastically unimportant to them. That's one advantage to having a job. I mean, you're going to get treated like shit at your job probably too. But at least at your job, you get sick days, you get vacation time, you might get health insurance, you know, whereas DoorDash and Uber Eats is just like, okay, get out there and, be slave labor for us basically, and we'll make sure that you barely survive if you're lucky. To make sure I'm not missing any more Facebook notifications. I do have another bike for sale. And thanks again, Kevin, for the PayPal. Very much appreciated. Um, Especially now, I'm really close to being able to stand on my own here, like doing what I do as I wait for uh, truck driving school, grant money for truck driving school, which is going to take a lot longer than usual because a lot of people are trying to get some help right now. So let's see. In about 10 or 15 minutes, probably about 15 minutes or so, I should be able to go and check with the office and see if the mail has come. I think you're right, e-rides, and I know you guys did it. Um, but as far as, like going to a grind and getting a paycheck, I think that's what I would like to do most. I could maybe try to be a psychologist or something. Um, a licensed therapist. I don't know what that entails really. I never wanted to be a licensed therapist. Um, I just wanted a PhD in psychology so I understand people better and ultimately became a better salesman. Um, but I don't know. I have thought about that actually lately. Maybe I could sit in a chair and listen to somebody talk about their problems, but otherwise, I think driving a truck would be the way to go for me. I think I would rather drive a truck, definitely. I think driving a truck is going to be a lot easier than trying to rely on DoorDash and Uber Eats, which aren't even an option for me anymore. I had to close my accounts. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being behind the wheel and just enjoying the open road. Ah, that air conditioning feels great. I did. Yeah, thanks again, Kevin, for sending money. Maybe I can take the money that Kevin sent and go to 7-Eleven and get something to eat. I haven't really eaten anything today, and I did get paid on that bike, the free agent, but that still leaves me a little bit short of the rent money. Um, and I don't want to break $100 bill. So I got like, thanks to Kevin, I guess I got like $12 or $13 in PayPal now. I could go to 7-Eleven and get the 2 slices of pizza deal or something, and that'll keep me alive until tomorrow. If I could sell another bike today, the other bike today, that would be wonderful. I listed it for sale today, and it's not getting a tremendous amount of action. That was the bike that I bought to keep for myself, but it's practical and sensible and nice and well made, but just really not the kind of bike that I enjoy riding at all. Yeah, you're right. Piggly Wiggly, the was it three roller items for $3? Like I know what you're talking about. Hold on, let me. I'm falling behind here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stop at Bucky's whenever I can. You can count on that, JPL Rides, and I'll go live too. Be like, we're live here at Bucky's. Hope you guys are enjoying it. We're gonna go do all the Bucky's things and get the food and all that. Yeah, thank you again, Kevin. I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks to you, I can shuffle over to 7-Eleven in a little while and get some cheap things. Like, you can stay alive eating at 7-Eleven. It's not good for you at all, I'm sure, but they have, it tastes good, and you can get full off of just like a few dollars at 7-Eleven if you do it right. Piggly Wiggly knows. I used to shop at Piggly Wiggly back in the day. Oh yeah, yeah, that's not bad either. JPL Rides. It's you can get some good deals at 7-Eleven if you're a rewards member. Like the people who aren't using the rewards app at 7-Eleven are crazy because you spend seriously like half as much. Or well, I don't want to say half as much. On some things, yeah, you do spend half as much, but it's still like a significant discount really on most things if you use the app. I'm really tempted to go and get some leg medicine though myself. It would really just improve the quality of my day overall, but then I'd have to pedal through a hot and humid afternoon to go get leg medicine that I shouldn't be spending money on anyway cuz I'm seriously really close to being able to just sell bikes and do the other things that I do and still pay my bills. I just need to throw a little more at it. Yeah, I mean, the app makes it a better value, definitely. I mean, it's still 7-Eleven. You're still gonna pay way too much for some things. Like, the last time I got a gallon of milk at 7-Eleven, it was like $5.89. If I go to the grocery store and get basically the same gallon of milk, it's $3.59, or at least it was yesterday. Let me see. Did I check all my notifications? Hold on. That's a message from T-Mobile about my first bill. I just got this phone. How can I owe money already? Ugh. Anyway, it's cheaper than my last phone. So that ought to help a little bit. I'm only, after all like taxes and fees and stuff, I'm saving like $32 a month, which is not, it's not huge, but every little bit helps, I guess. I got to keep an eye on the time. I can't wait for the office to, well, I can't wait until the office is closed, and then I'll have to wait until tomorrow to go see if my expected mail came or not. It'd be great if that card has a high limit. Then I'm really going to be okay. I can still keep like a low balance and still get the things that I need to stay afloat, keep earning money, but I don't know. It's a grind always. I mean, you got to hustle. You guys know what I'm talking about. You got to hustle. We all have to hustle a lot harder, it seems like, these days than we should have to. Thank you, JPL Rides. I appreciate you, buddy. I'm getting hungry though. I gotta check my 7-Eleven app after this and see what the June food deals are, like the hot food deals. It'd be great if they had like a 2-for-1 boneless wings again, like they used to do. Then the one time that one guy, like, you're only supposed to get 16 boneless wings total, like on the 2-for-1 deal, and he didn't know or didn't care that they were just putting 16 automatically in each thing now. So he gave me two of those. So I got 32 boneless wings for for 3.99. I wish they'd do that again. That would really help a lot. 32 boneless chicken wings for $3.99 is about as good of a deal as I think you can get on anything. But I gotta. Does anybody know off the top of their head what the like the meal deals are at, or what the June deals are? I know some of the last month, like the 2 slices of pizza and a drink deal should still carry over until like at least the middle of this month, I think. But I think they started some new ones in June. I got to go look. 650 Big Mac meal? That's pretty good. I mean, not long ago, like around here, you paid like 650 for a Big Mac. But if you get fries and a drink too, that's not bad. I remember when the Big Mac meal, when they started combo meals, and the Big Mac meal at the McDonald's in Burbank was $2.99, and people thought that that was outrageous. Oh my God, how can they charge that much for a McDonald's hamburger and fries and a drink? And what I wouldn't give to go back to that. But 650, that's really not too bad. Sucks here though, because the closest McDonald's that I think might honor that is just like a straight hood McDonald's. Huh. That's really not bad. I mean, the last time I got a Big Mac meal at the McDonald's in the D, it was like $13, I guess, for like a large size. Subway right now, I think, JP has like any sub. If you use the app, I think you still get any sub for 6.99, which is not bad. I remember when any sub used to be $5 and you didn't need the app. And then the half, like a 6-inch meatball sub used to be $1.99. Remember that? That was awesome. Um, what else? Yeah, there are some good. It just goes to show you that things are going to shit when all these restaurants that were kicking us in the nuts on price on all these things start lowering their prices drastically. That means that things are very bad and getting worse. So they don't do that when times are good. I still like I do the Burger King deal sometimes here, like the 3 for $7, I think is a pretty good deal. Um like they're still doing that here where you can get like a chicken sandwich and a Whopper Junior and a drink for like $7. For exactly $7 plus tax. Um which I don't think is too bad, but yeah, the combo meals I guess are still like you really got to take advantage of whatever the deals are at places. So, I can't afford to do it any other way. I mean, when I go to Wendy's, I get a biggie bag or a $3 son of baconator, and Burger King's 2 for $5 or 3 for $7. McDonald's, I always use the app and whatever the deals are. 7-Eleven is the same. Yeah, there's a wing stop here right next to Roberto's. Where I go for tacos, there's a wing stop like right across the parking lot, and I've been to said wing stop, and I know that they have occasional deals. And Wingstop, I think, is really good. Hey, what's up, Big Boys PV? Good to see you, my friend. That's really not too bad, though. I mean, 88-cent wings, but you got to buy at least 10. I'd still do that. I can't today. I can't spend that kind of money. Like, I got to spend half that, which means I'm going to 7-Eleven. Um, but that really is a pretty good deal. The last time I went to Wingstop, it was with Shane and Conrad just bought like tons of wings. Like, here you go, guys. He handed me a cup for a drink and stuff. He's like, here you go, man. I got a ton of wings coming. Grab a seat. I was like, oh, okay. And you got like 4 different kinds of wings, a bunch of them. I really like eating at Wingstop, actually. Yeah, the $5 biggie bag, I still get one every now and then. Wendy's is kind of out of the way for me. I got to go to the other side of the freeway, like the way other side of downtown in the medical district. Um, but yeah, the $5 biggie bag, man, that might be the best value in fast food, I think. And I do get a biggie bag every now and then. If it weren't so hot and humid today, it's the humidity that's getting me. I'd probably ride and get a biggie bag. I'd rather have that than 7-Eleven, but 7-Eleven's like right close by. I can walk. So I got to see what the 7-Eleven deals are. Yeah, I know a lot of fast food is really expensive. Like a few months ago, a girl I know came and scooped me up, and we went to get Western bacon cheeseburger combos at Carl's Jr., and they're like $14 each. And I don't remember Carl's Jr. being so expensive, but I don't know. Yeah, you got to be careful. Got to look at menu prices, I guess, because it can get really out of hand. Anyway, guys, I think we might have to wrap it up for the moment. Make sure you got your notifications on it. I might be back later. Depending on what the weather does, we might go for a ride later. Um, so if you're available, it'd be great to see you. But I appreciate you guys coming and spending some time. Kevin, thank you again for the PayPal, so I can go get something to eat at 7-Eleven. I really appreciate that. And Amy, okay, Amy, give me a little while. I got to run around and do a few things for a little while. It might be a while before I can log into that email and get back to you, but I will. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you soon, Amy. And I'm glad you got your bike. And yeah, I hope to see you soon, E-Rides. Hope you can make it out as soon as possible. Hope you're recovering quickly. I know that's probably been not so great to have to deal with, but yeah, thanks again, Kev and Amy and everybody. Amy, I'll talk to you in a while. I'll send you my number and stuff in a while. Give me a little time, but yeah, I'm gonna try to be back out later. We'll see how it goes. Um, if it's all slimy outside still, maybe not. Maybe we'll go take a walk. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of want to go walk around on Fremont Street. We haven't done a lot of that lately. We did that on Friday night with our bikes. The whole chaos ride afterwards went to Fremont Street at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we're walking our bikes down Fremont Street, and that was a wild time. Um, anyway, I don't know, but it was fun, and I want to kind of go back and walk around on Fremont Street again. So maybe we do that later. Maybe we take a ride. Maybe we sit here and look at laser patterns. I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon.